What's going on, everybody? All right, so I'm heading to Pigeon Forge. Not for the best of reasons. I actually had a friend who tragically passed away from a horrific accident earlier this week. And I'm coming up here because I buy all my pants up here. And I know that the place I buy them actually makes pants that have like a fleece lining in them. And the funeral is actually going to be kind of on top of a mountain. It's going to be very cold. The wind is blowing like crazy here. Sorry about the camera vibrating. This road's horrible. But the wind's blowing like crazy, and it just cuts right through you. So I'm going to go up here and see if I can find some pants that actually have like the fleece lining in them, so that I may not just freeze my hind end off tomorrow. So that's what we're doing today. I know it's quite a long drive, but it'll totally be worth it. If you're up there anywhere between like an hour and a half for all the funeral procession and everything, it's going to get chilly, so it's worth this drive to do that. Not going to totally get into what happened because all the people on here will go nuts in the comment section, so we're not going to totally get into what happened. Just know it was kind of a tragic, unexpected event, and very lifelong friend, known him my whole life. His brother is like a father to me. That's how I met him, through his family. The whole family accepts me as like part of the family. Great family, and my heart reaches out to them at this time. But we're going to go up here and hopefully find something to stay a little warm, because they make them, they look kind of khaki, and they're actually like a Wrangler brand, I think. And I know you're going to say, hey, go to Walmart. And I tell you what, I went to Walmart. Good Lord, just lock it down. You could have turned in back there. I went to Walmart and I bought pants just like I wear up here. I buy up here, but they're not the same. They don't fit the same. And they're the same price. Walmart's prices and the prices up here are identical, but these are made better. These have sewed on patches, whereas the ones at Walmart have like printed on patches. So that tells me that there's a different quality in that material, because they don't go the extra mile. And the snow is starting to come down a little bit harder. So hopefully I make it back before it snows too much. So that's why we're going up here. Funny story though, on a lighter note, it's not about this, but on a lighter note, a more funny story. I was over at my mom's house a minute ago. I had to go drop off a pew for my cousin that had to let me borrow it. And his son was there and was playing with some cars. And he had this little car out there, and golly bum, it's snowing pretty hard now. He had this little car out there, and it said, he said, this is a Chinese car. It's like a little police car, and it had like Chinese right now, but I think it was a Japanese car is what it was. And oh, you got a wreck. And it was a Japanese car. It's what it was, Jeep Wrangler. But he's small, and he didn't know that it was, sorry, I got distracted by the wreck back there. But he's small, and he didn't know, that it was Japanese, which is fine. But he said, look, it's a Japanese car. It was a 300ZX. And I said, I used to have a real one of those. And he goes, when you was Chinese? I was like, no, not when I was Chinese. Kids say the darndest things, man. I mean, it used to be a TV show. They had a whole TV show about kids saying the darndest things. And it's true, because I would have never even thought about putting those two together, that, he thought this was a Chinese car because it had Japanese writing on it. And before y'all start going crazy in the comment section, he's like 5. I wouldn't know the difference between Japanese writing and Chinese writing. I can't read it. So don't, go nuts that he didn't know it was a Japanese car when it was, golly bum, this is crazy. Snow galore. They get stuck up here. He gets to spend the weekend in Pigeon Forge. But I would have never thought about, this guy had one because he was Chinese one time, because I guess he didn't think that you could buy them in the States. Just thought that was kind of funny. And I'm sorry the story got a little distraught off of the accident back there, but I was just kind of rubbernecking a little bit. Not bad. I wasn't like rubbernecking horribly, but I was rubbernecking a little bit. Can y'all see the snow? These flakes. Let me turn the camera around. God, these roads are horrible. Look at the snow. Look how big these flakes are. Golly, bud. That's crazy. Kind of wish I drove the Jeep. And I know what you're going to say. Why'd you wish you drove the Jeep? The Tundra is capable of driving in snow, and you are correct. But if you hit like a patch of ice or something and you slide off the road, I would rather my Jeep slide off the road than my Tundra. Don't tell the Jeep I like the Tundra better, but I drive the Jeep more. Keep the miles off of it. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to focus on driving. Even though I'm not holding the camera, you can see both my hands. I'm not holding it. Y'all jump on me for that, so I don't do it. I mount a bunch of mounts to the windshield and throw a camera on it. But I'm going to head up here and hopefully they have what I'm looking for. And I'm sorry this is like kind of like a dry, maybe more boring vlog. But under the circumstances, you know, it is what it is. So once I get up here, you know, hopefully they'll have my size. I can get them and head back and stay a little warmer tomorrow. But if I get them, I'll show you what I'm talking about. See y'all in just a few minutes. All right, let me show you what I got. Every time I come up here, I try to get like a pair of these. They're Wrangler 4-way comfort stretch. I have like 3 pair of the gray. I love the gray. I actually have a pair of the gray on right now. And then I bought these brown ones. These were the only sizes and colors they actually had in the store. So I bought everything they had in my size, and it was like buy one, get one half off. So one pair was like 20 bucks and one pair was like 10 bucks. So crazy good deal there. Can't pass that up. But for the funeral tomorrow, now these may not be exactly funeral pants, but they are like a khaki pant. It's a cargo pant. It's like a work pant. Inside they have this material, so it should kind of keep me a little warm. I had to go up a size because they didn't have my exact size, but it's worth it to actually be able to stay warm. So that's what I got in there. Those other pants, those first pants I showed you, they're not warm. They're very thin. They stretch really well. You can bend over and stuff. You have a lot of room, and I ain't gonna say you got a lot of room. They're not baggy, but you have a lot of movement because they are stretchy. Had to get my pew out from underneath the seat because I didn't take it in. I know what y'all are gonna say. You didn't take that in? No, because I knew I'd have to try on the ones with the, you know, lining in them to make sure they wasn't actually smaller because the lining took up space or something. So I didn't. I took it in one time, had to try on a bunch of pants. It was just really annoying, so I didn't do it. But these were pretty comfortable, actually, the lining ones, but probably not as comfortable as the other ones. So if you're looking for a comfortable pant that's not expensive, I used to buy really expensive pants. Like I used to buy Abercrombie and American Eagle and all that. And then I got to thinking, it's just covering my butt and they all kind of look the same. So I don't know. $21.99. But I will tell you this, I normally wear a 36, 34 because I carry inside the waistband. And I give myself an extra size up to fit my pew in my waistband so my pants aren't tight, because normally I can wear like a 34. With these, I had to go to a 38-34. So if you're going to look at a pair of these, one size up. Everything else seemed to fit the same. These, like I said, had to get a 40-34 because they didn't have a 38. So we can make it work. Actually, I think they were a little bit small because they wasn't just falling off of me like the 40s were in the other ones. So they may actually be a little bit smaller because of that lining. So it wasn't horrible, but they are quite a bit more baggy. Now, after all that rambling, we need to go get something to eat because the only thing I've ate Well, in the last 2 days is a bowl of spaghetti, pretty much. So I'm a little hungry, and every time I come up here, I don't want to go in somewhere to eat. I don't know. I've got to get back to go to the funeral home. It starts at 4, so I need to get back. So I'm by myself. I don't mind eating by myself. Don't be wrong. I don't mind. I did get some coffee too. White mocha. I got my white mocha. My throat's a little sore. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if I'm getting strep throat or if I'm just having sinus drainage. It feels like razor blades on the right side of my throat. So the coffee actually feels pretty good going down, soothing that scratchiness. But like I started to say, the only thing I've really ate, I had for lunch yesterday, I had a bowl of spaghetti, leftover spaghetti that my mom made. And I haven't had anything since that. And it's past lunchtime from yesterday, so I've not ate a bite in 24 hours. So we need to get that. And normally when I come up here, and I'll probably do the same thing today, I eat at A&W root beer. I love root beer. I actually have an A&W root beer down here. I know y'all probably see me drink it either earlier in this. You may not see me drinking this video. I've shot like 4 videos on the way up here. So 3 or 4. So you probably see me drink it one of the other ones. But I usually go there and just get a burger, and that's exactly what I'm fixing to do now. I just have to get there, and then I'll just eat it on the way home. I never go inside places like that and eat. Not never going, but when I'm traveling like this, I don't go inside. I have nothing against going inside places to eat. I just don't do it usually while I'm by myself traveling back and forth. Oh man, that feels good. Just like right through here, razor blades. Horrible. And like I said, I don't know if it's sinus or if it's strep throat or what it is. I feel great other than that. It's just that. And I looked in my throat earlier, and I know this might be disgusting, but I didn't see any blisters or anything like that that's associated with strep throat. I used to get strep throat a lot whenever I was a kid, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. It was horrible as a kid. As a kid, that is horrible. But and the crazy thing is, I got strep throat as a kid, but then as an adult, I got hand, foot, mouth disease. That's something you get when you're a kid. I had these blisters that popped up on my feet and hands. It was crazy, man. A little backstory on that. So I was outside doing something. I don't know what it was. I think I took the dog outside, and I was in Crocs as usual. And I thought I'd stepped on a rock, and I thought I had a rock in my croc. A rock in my croc. But I took my croc off and was looking. I didn't see anything. So I looked at the bottom of my foot, and there was a blister like that big on the bottom of my foot. And I was like, what in the world? And then over the next few days, there got a lot more of those blisters on the bottom of my feet. And then everybody freaked out at work, like the nurse. She was like, what have you touched? Get out of here. Don't come back. And that was right before my surgery, where they biopsied my lung to see if I had cancer, and found out I had the sarcoidosis I've talked about in other videos. And they think that is what caused me to get hand, foot, mouth disease, not the sarcoidosis in itself, but the sarcoidosis caused my immune system to be compromised in a way until they got that under control, and it allowed me to get a child's disease. It was crazy. I didn't even know, I'd never even heard of that. But like I said, we're going to get something to eat. Enough rambling. I know vlogs, that's what you do. In vlogs, you ramble. And I get people to go, you're just rambling. It's a vlog. People just ramble in vlogs. That's what they do. You watch any vlog, there's just a lot of rambling, a lot of jumping around, a lot of talking about different things, some food, petting a cat, whatever. There's just a lot of, and don't take that dirty. When I said petting a cat, I meant an actual cat. But there's a lot of vlogging. It's just rambling. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. Of course, I'm gonna show you what it is. I probably already have another video, but I'll show you again. We'll be right back. All right, I lied a little bit, not intentionally. Went to Burger King. Don't need to show you Burger King. Everybody see Burger King. The reason being is A&W was packed, and they wasn't moving. I sat there for a little while, and they wasn't moving. I was like, forget it. But I thought I'd do something that I don't normally do on this channel. I thought I'd do a pocket dump. So here's my Pew, my SIG P365. I am also carrying a Ridge wallet today. It's the carbon fiber one. Have several of these little wallets now, and most of them have been sent by subscribers. Thank you all. That has almost totally alleviated my sciatica pain. Pretty much has totally alleviated it. So thank you all, and I'll probably do a video on every one of those wallets. Also carrying the Spyderco Blurple PM2. It's got the S110 steel. And then I'm actually carrying this little i5 EOS. Couldn't remember what it's called exactly because it's all these numbers. I can't keep up with them. But the little O-light with the cool little camouflage on it. I actually really like that light. You can't even tell it's in your pocket. Still like my mouth-off lights and stuff like that, but that thing is just so small. Also have an Aries gear belt on. Love those belts. If you haven't seen those belts, go check those out. No sponsorship or anything. I just love them. But I think that's actually everything I have on me. Like I said, that light's just so small, it just melts away. It's not the brightest light that I actually own by no means, but I knew I probably wasn't gonna be out at dark. So when I think I'm gonna be home before, you know, it gets dark, excuse me, before it gets dark, I don't carry like some big huge light. And I know those lights can be used as self-defense, the larger ones like my mouth-offs, and I do like that, but in some of the pants and stuff I wear, I just prefer smaller lights that don't take up as much room. That being said, I do have an actual, like, I believe it's a Surefire, have a Surefire in my truck. So if by chance something does happen and I need a bigger light or a self-defense light, I've got it. All bases are covered. But for now, I'm gonna get off here. I got 2 double cheeseburgers and a medium fry, and I'm gonna eat that along with my white mocha. So that's probably where I'm gonna end this video, because tonight I gotta go to the funeral home. It's still snowing, so not much to talk about later on. Like I said, tragic event. Please pray for the family, my buddy's family, my family. Please pray for them, and I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.